the moment we step out of the country, I think everybody wants to come back. The goal of every Bhutanese abroad is to come back home one or the other day. It's just the circumstances, I think, individual circumstances, that some people are able to come early while other takes a little bit longer.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to Entrepreneur Bhutan podcast, where we bring you the real stories of passion, the purpose, and people who are building the future of Bhutan. So here today, I'm thrilled to sit down with Yeshey Choden, a talented chef and a founder of Acho Daka, a cozy cafe that's quickly become a local favorite in Wangde. So before we begin, a very special thank you to the Department of Media, the creative industry, and intellectual property for their continued support. So about Yeshey Choden, after spending 7 years in Australia as a chef, owning a home and living the dream abroad, Yeshey made a bold decision to sell it all and come back to Bhutan to start fresh. Her journey is all about food, fearless decision, and following your heart. So grab a coffee, get comfy. This is a story that you don't want to miss. So thank you so much for joining us today, La.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
So before we begin with our intro session, can you please tell us about yourself, your journey as a chef, and how did it all begin?
Okay, Kuzampo and hello, my name is Yeshey Choden and I'm 34 years old. My journey as a chef, it all started in 2015. I graduated in 2013, but then I didn't get job for 2 years, so I decided to go for studies abroad. So in 2015, I got enrolled in CIT, Canberra Institute of Technology in Australia. And once I got there, my very first job was kitchen hand, which people in Australia, they call dishy. So around the third month of my work in that hotel, there was a fight between the chef and the executive chef and one of the chefs. And that guy, he decided to move right away. He decided to quit the job right away. So the chef, he needed help. So the very next day, he came to me and he was like, do you want to join the kitchen and start working as a cook? And without even giving a second thought, I just said yes, because you know how difficult it is to get a proper job, especially when you have just begun your semester. So yes.
Okay, so first thing first, for the comparing to how it was before, how's life treating you here in Wangde compared to the fast-paced life in Australia?
Okay, actually, I was born and brought up in Ongdi Fodong. So I have spent pretty much my childhood in this place. So the very moment I came back into in Ongdi, I got that feeling of belongingness, the self-belongingness and warmth in this place. And even when I go out in the town for a walk or shopping, I see all those familiar faces and the acceptance I see about me in their eyes. It was just like a jigsaw puzzle. I just felt like I fit back into the place just perfectly. So yeah.
Okay, so your restaurant and bar is named Acho Daka.
Yes.
So Acho Daka, it sounds really interesting and catchy.
Yes.
First place, na?
Okay,
So what does the name Acho Daka mean, and why did you choose it? How did the idea for Acho Daka come about?
Okay, so firstly, the meaning of Acho Daka, everybody knows as the moon. So what I thought was Acho Daka, just like the moon, which shines before the sunrise and also shines after the sunrise. So just like that, our business, meaning my restaurant, we wanted to serve our customer beyond good. So that's one of the reasons. And the second reason was because when I was a kid, my grandma, she used to narrate me a story about Acho Daka. And the way she prescribed Acho Daka, it got me like Acho Daka was someone who can grant all your wishes. And the place where Acho Daka lived was a place to be. So that's why, yeah.
Now you are not only the founder but also the owner of this restaurant, but also at the same time you are a chef.
Yes.
No? So who inspired you the most to become a chef, or even just to dream big?
Okay, so this is a very interesting one because it was never my ambition to become a chef, because as a child I really wanted to be a teacher because I envied my teachers. So every time I always wanted to be one of them. And then I got into my high school, during my teenage, I wanted to be an engineer. So I chose science as a department of my studies. And then during my college days, I didn't get into any of the science departments, so I had to choose economics. So by then, my dream was to become a banker. And after graduation, I didn't get selected in RCC. Neither I got any of the jobs in financial institution. As I said, I was looking after a job for at least 2 years. From 2013 to 15, I was looking for a job, but then it didn't happen. So basically, I would say like it was not someone who got me into the chefing thing, but it was because of the situation who got me into this. But once I was there, I discovered that I was quite passionate about food, and I loved doing that.
Okay, so your life in Australia was also not that bad, if
No.
I'm not wrong. You had fun.
Not bad. Initially, to start with, I think everybody goes through difficult times because we are not used to the place, firstly. Then we go away from home, then
Sure.
leave your parents and family behind. So it's not easy. But eventually, yeah, I would say it went quite okay.
So, if I'm not, you had a house, a great job, and a permanent residency in
Yes,
Australia.
yes.
Was it a tough decision to sell everything and come back? Like, what moment made you go, okay, I'm booking that one-way ticket and I'm going back home?
Actually, it was not a difficult decision at all, I would say, because when we first started our journey in 2015, as I said, it was already that it was already there at the back of our head by then that we will be coming back home after 2.5 years course. The 2 years I did culinary, and then after that I did diploma in hospitality for another 6 months. But I couldn't come back because before I could finish my before I could complete my courses, I got sponsorship by that owner, the same owner, and that made us quite anxious as well because my plan to come home and the situation was already drifting into two different directions. But somehow I landed up getting the residency, and that's why it took me this long to come back. But the plan was already there, like. And this one, like, even if you ask any of other Bhutanese, like any other Bhutanese who are residing abroad, I think this is pretty much same with all of them because the moment we step out of the country, I think everybody wants to come back. The goal of every Bhutanese abroad is to come back home one or the other day. It's just the circumstances, I think, individual circumstances, that some people are able to come early while other takes a little bit longer. So
So, now what do you think? Are you like proud of your decision, or do you have any regrets?
no,
Anything
not
like
at all.
that?
Like I'm very, very happy with what I did. So.
Okay, so in this Acho Daka place, what's the signature dish or a
Mhm.
drink at Acho Daka that you're most proud of?
Okay, 𝐻𝐸𝐷. One of the signature dish I would say would be pork chili. Our pork chili is made in Chinese style with Sichuan pepper. That's one of the best selling. Another could be carbonara. That's spaghetti carbonara. It's not the authentic one. I made that as a fusion from Western, blending the Western and the Bhutanese style. So I think that suits the taste of Bhutanese people. And the drink would be obviously mojito. It's one of the cocktail we make in house, and yeah, it's selling.
So a lot of people find your story inspiring,
Thank you.
and but what keeps you going on the hard days? Like, what would you say helped Acho Daka become one of the most like popular places in Wangdi within just a year?
Yes, Acho Daka has been 1 year, but I would say it's doing pretty well. And the main reason I would say is the community, the support I get from the community. Like from the day I opened this place, the people in here, they have been really supportive. And the second reason is the family and my friends. They have been really supportive. And another reason is Acho Daka, we kept on changing very constantly. If you ask one of my customer, they would say like, if they don't come here for a week, Acho Daka is a different place because every week we try to bring up new things. Yeah.
So, what's something that you have learned from running Acho Daka that you have never learned from a cookbook or a school could ever teach? Something that this Acho Daka have taught you till now.
Okay. After running this place, I have learned that it is not very necessary that we have to do everything at once, we can take one step at a time. And this is for all the people who wants to do a startup business. I think it is not necessary that you have to start something perfect. You can just start, and then I think eventually everything will grow better with time.
Do you think that the Bhutanese youth these days should go explore the world before coming back to build something at home? What's your opinion on that?
This one, I don't think it is necessary. I would say it's not. It's just my personal thought, but because it's not. Bhutan is not like in olden days, like in 1970s or 80s, that when we didn't have any access to the resources and trainings. At the moment, the government is providing a lot of free trainings, especially for the skill development. For example, the DSP program, they are doing very good. So I think the youths, if they can focus on that one, and then if they can grab the opportunity, I think they will really do better. And I think Bhutan is the best source of learning at the moment, I would say.
I agree with that. So, what's one thing from Australia that you really miss right now, beside maybe your favorite coffee or something like that?
uh, I think it would be the parks. I think the parks in there, they are really good. Like especially because
Like for
I used,
taking pictures?
yes,
Viewing.
and the
Okay.
beach as well, because we don't
Beach.
have beach here. So yes.
Okay, so is there any plan to open another cafe or maybe restaurant and bar, maybe even a little fusion place in the future?
Not really, because right now my focus is totally on Acho Daka and its development. So yeah, I have no plans at the moment.
So, since you are an entrepreneur yourself now, every entrepreneur faces challenges. So, what have been some of the biggest hurdles that you have to overcome personally or maybe professionally?
Okay, as a small business owner, we face a lot of challenge, and one of the challenges I have faced would be like during the beginning of the startup. Uh, it would be obviously because of my location. You know that my location is at least 2 kilometers away from town, so everybody, including my parents, they were very anxious about how I would be running. So yeah, and the another could be is because at the moment, like all the business, they tend to do better because of social media, but because I am not very confident with those camera things, so I cannot actually like go very social. I try to do like some videos and try to create content with my staff and all. Like if you go to TikTok and all, I have a lot of video, but I personally cannot appear in that frame. Like for example, some people, they try to sell their products going live, and or I have seen that celebrity, I don't know if you know him. He recently opened a bar in Thimphu. I think his name is 𝙨𝙩𝙤𝙥. I see him going to live all the time and talking
Elevated.
elevated,
Yeah.
yes. And then I see him going live and talking all about his business. Like even if he doesn't have any customer, I see him doing all the marketing. So I really want to do like him, but the thing is, I cannot. Like the moment I go in front of the camera, I just go blind.
Okay, so what are you doing to like overcome that?
I try to make videos like I try to go live, but then especially when there's no viewers, like when there's zero viewer, then I try to talk, but then like after a few seconds I run out of topic. Like I really don't know what to talk, and I go very nervous. But other than that, I try to make videos when there's nobody. I lock myself in a room, and then I try to make videos about Acho Daka. But then once I try to replay, I find my voice very irritating. So I delete it. I instantly delete them.
Okay, so my next question to you is, what's one moment at Acho Daka that made you feel this is exactly why I came back?
Okay. That would be when our His Majesty, you know that His Majesty recently visited Australia, and that time he gave a speech about how Bhutanese should go overseas, learn, and then we should come back and start something back at home for our country's development. And that time, I think me and my husband, we were both sitting right in this restaurant and then watching live. And then yeah, that would be the proudest moment I had. Like, oh, that's it. It gave me so much satisfaction that I came back home.
Okay, so my last question to you, but not the least.
Okay.
Uh, what do you think makes women naturally leaders in hospitality and even food, regarding food?
Okay, I think women, as a woman, we are a little bit more compassionate and empathetic compared to men. So this quality, I think, helps uh, us, especially the women, to manage the team without any violence, and then we can better understand our staffs. So that's one of the qualities we have. Another one is, as a woman, I think we are very detail oriented. Like, we are very detail oriented, and running a restaurant or even hosting an event, it requires a lot of um, details, attention to detail. So, for example, for me, from kitchen to toilet, I have to look everything. I don't just focus on the food that's prepared in kitchen, but I also have to go and check if the toilet is clean, if all the tables are being set up properly. So it requires a lot of moving.
Women
And
are actually a lot capable to do multitasking.
yes, yes, oh yes, yes, that's
That's exactly.
exactly what I was. Yeah, exactly. Multitasking would be the perfect word for this. Yes.
So, well, Yeshey, it's been such a joy having you on the show. Your story from the buzzing kitchens of Australia to building one of the coziest restaurant and bar in Wangday is full of like heart, hustle, and this delicious dream. No? So, to all our amazing watchers, thank you so much for spending time with us, and we hope this episode left you with feeling inspired, uplifted, and maybe even craving a great meal and a chill evening. So, for that, don't forget to like, share, and please drop by Acho Daka if you've ever been in this area. Trust us, it's worth it. So, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much.
Thank you.